course, we can both afford our own, but where's the camaraderie in that? You know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm the oldest of 3 boys in my family, so my parents always had really high expectations of me, you know what I mean? My little brother just married his girlfriend of 8 years, you know? He's the CEO of his own software company, makes more money than everyone in this room. You know, my youngest brother is a combat veteran turned pro bodybuilder, has his own line of supplements. He gets paid to be big, black, and oiled up every day. That's his job. And then there's Shane. Thanks for asking, sir. What about Shane? What about me? I'll tell you a little bit about me. I'm a 31-year-old comedian with boyish good looks and a decent-sized penis. I make rooms full of strangers laugh their faces off, and yesterday I got a free chicken sandwich at Carl's Jr. because they screwed my order up. What I'm trying to tell you guys is success is relative. And you can't put a price tag on happiness, Dad. You son of a bitch. He's a good man. Actually, I was telling my old man, you know, the comedy thing's working out. I think I'm getting the hang of this. I might have found my calling, you know, I'm really funny. And he goes, you know who was really funny? Sinbad. Sinbad was hilarious. You do more Sinbad, all the way to the top, son. All the way to the... Not a Sinbad crowd? Not a lot of people? Big black guy, light skin? I thought he was dead. He's still alive. Okay. I was thinking about taking my girl to Vegas next weekend, and I was talking to one of my buddies about it. I said, hey man, what do you think about me and Sarah shooting up to Vegas for the weekend? That could be fun, right? She'll be into that. He goes, what are you, allergic to fun? You can't take your girl to Vegas. That's like taking sand to the beach. Why would you do that? You guys ever heard of that? That was the first time I heard it. It's sand to the beach. You know who says sand to the beach? Dudes who can't get sand. That's it. Sand to the... I just picture a scenario where I'm like out loading bags of sand into the back of my car. And he goes walking by. Hey bud, where you going with all that sand? I'm going to the beach. You know there's sand at the beach, right? Well, I know. But this is my sand. I know this sand. I fuck this sand. Hey, my name is Shane Britton. You guys have been great. I'll be your host all night. We got a lot of great comedians coming up for you. You guys ready for your first comic? There you go. Make it loud. This next guy's hilarious. He performs all over. I love him. You're going to love him too. Give it up for Mr. Dustin Nickerson.
Seriously, Bon Jovi? Am I that aggressively white? That's what you think I need to hear? We're going to sing some karaoke? Good to see you guys. Look at you guys out here. Saturday Night Crew and Madhouse. Give it up for yourselves for getting here. You look good. Some of you girls dressed up. You got your onesies on. You look good. Babies R Us had a sale. Size 3T. It looks good on you. It's good. It's good to be here. Any day that in San Diego where it doesn't rain is a good day because you guys are a disaster in the rain. Honestly, for every half inch of rain, like 800 cars crash. Honestly, San Diego, you're better drunk drivers. Don't woo it. Somebody wooed it in the back. We're not celebrating it. Woo! Give me a 40! Just hope it doesn't rain. It's not just that. I remember when I first moved here too, we were doing a tour of my son's school to see if this would be a good school for him. We're walking around, it's 1 p.m. And I look at the teacher and I go, hey, it's recess time, where are the kids at? She said, oh, well, sir, it's indoor recess today, due to weather. No, that can't be right. It's 66 and sunny, what's the problem? And she said, oh, well, sir, it rained yesterday. Oh, well, call the Red Cross. She goes, no, sir, you don't understand. It rained yesterday and the slide's wet. So I said, well, send one kid down the slide. slide's not wet anymore. Not everybody's with me on that one. Being a comedian, you travel a lot. I recently got back from a gig in Denver. Denver, you know? Broncos fan? No. That's good, because if you were, you shouldn't own up to that in public. I'm a Seahawks fan. I thought we were... Whoa. Yeah, that's fine. Calm down. Yeah, no, I know. We won the game. I watched it. That's fine. Let me finish the jokes. You're embarrassing all of us. But yeah. I didn't even finish the word Seahawks. Yeah, it's fine. I got it. I'm with you. Right at 12 Man's in Morton Plaza tonight. I got it. That's all right. Yeah. Let's have another micro brew, you know. Any Seattleites just excited that we got out of Seattle. That's what it is. You know what that was the sound of? That was the sound of former seasonal depression, is what that was. Woo! They let us out. I thought we were supposed to play the Broncos in the Super Bowl, but I guess they didn't make it. I don't know. I remember in the third quarter when they scored that touchdown, that was adorable. That was the cutest little touchdown I've ever seen. So cute. Wes Welker. Adorable. I actually did this gig outside of Denver, and I was in this small town, like up in the mountains, all right? And so like it was a junior high camp on a Saturday morning because my career is skyrocketing right now. That's some A-list stuff right there. And like I was like a little disoriented, you know, because you start at San Diego sea level, go up to 30,000 feet, land at 2,000 feet Denver, drive up to 10,000 feet, and it's in this small town, and everyone's wearing no fear shirts, and I was like, did I time travel? Man, sweet Fila's, those look really good on you. It's a little cold. Where's your starter jackets? The pullover. Then I got back from that gig and I did a theater gig up in North County, and it was kind of a normal gig, except there was another comedian on the show who had a dog. And some people have dogs, and then other people have like little god dogs that just sit in their lap and are the center of their universe, you know? And the way that this comedian like got in the zone to get ready for her set was to like make out with her dog backstage. Right? That's exactly how you should respond. And that's how I responded. She's kissing, the dog's licking, the whole thing, ooh. And I'm just sitting there super uncomfortable, and she looks at me and she goes, you have kids, right? Oh yeah? She goes, well, can your kids do this? Sit in my lap and make out with me? I mean, probably, but I've never asked them to. She goes back to the dog, chicken or fish, chicken or fish, chicken or fish. What do you want for dinner tonight, chicken or fish? She looks back at me, she goes, I believe all animals should be treated equally, if not better than humans. What about chicken or fish? No, not the chicken or fish. She sees I'm upset, she's upset, it's getting kind of personal at this point, you know. She goes, sir, just know that your kids will never fill your heart in the way that my dog does. You go, well, that may be true, but your dog is going to die way before my kids. Way before. Break a leg out there. I do have kids. Parents in the house make some noise. Yeah, we're so lame. Ooh. At a comedy club, just excited that you don't have to pack lunches tonight. I get it. I got it. It's Saturday, you get your long shower in. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that. Kids throw you in crazy, weird situations, you know, like just weird stuff happens with kids that I wasn't expecting, you know, like we were doing some gardening with my two older kids a couple months back, and my son and my daughter, they started fighting over the garden hoe, tug of war, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Finally, my son grabs it, lifts it in the air, and he starts going, I got my hoe! I got my hoe! My wife, I'd never seen this out of her. She goes, boy, you better wise up and drop that hoe. And he dropped it right in the mud. I was like, oh, great, now I got to deal with this dirty hoe. That's how I get away with saying hoe in my set, everybody. Another true story, about a month ago, I walked into my backyard and for some strange return to eating situation, both my children were naked. Yeah, whatever, because it was Tuesday, I don't know, like this is a thing they do. And my son had taken like 200 of my golf tees and he put them in mountain form, and I kid you not, he had pooed on top of my golf tees. Right, this face was perfect. He goes, that's exactly right. I looked at him and I was like, I froze. I didn't know what the next move was, because like life had never handed me that situation before. And I looked at them and I said, what are you doing? And in unison they go, we're making a volcano! No. So I sent him in the back room. I'm furious. I'm so mad at this point. I send him in the back room. I go and I sit him down and I just want to send a message to them, that'll last. And I look at them and I go, hey, look at me in the eyes, right here, sweat going down the head, the whole thing. I go, know that of everyone in this family, all right, your mom is the only one that I picked. Right. So let that sink in. Next time we do an arts and crafts in the backyard. I like names. I like knowing why people have the names that they have. I used to have a Chinese friend named Japan. Which is funny already, And I remember asking him one day, I was like, Japan, why are you named Japan? He goes, well, this is a little embarrassing, but I was made in Japan. It is a little embarrassing, buddy. I was like, but then I thought about it, that's a cool idea, like name your kids where they were conceived. All right, I got it, that's an interesting idea, but like, I want to do the same thing with my kids, but I don't go to cool places like Japan, So I have 2 kids, right? I have Bakersfield and Santee are my kids. Growing up with the name Dustin, my sister always used to say to me, she goes, whatever, Dustin, Mom just named you after a chore. Wait for everyone to get there. That's a really good joke. Like, I had 7, so I gave her the best 7-year-old comeback. But whatever, Jessica. Mom just named you Jessica because you're stupid. They got about that amount of a response then, too. It's not that good. The first one was better. Trying to do better in my life. I'm trying to eat healthier, but I've made this conclusion in my life that every person has a choice. You can eat healthy or you can be happy. That's right, those things are mutually exclusive. You talk to someone that eats healthy all the time, they're not happy. You're like, hey, what'd you have for breakfast today? Well, for breakfast, I wrapped an almond in a piece of kale. Mm-hmm. And then for lunch, I had a protein shake that tasted like tree bark. Mm-hmm. And then for dinner, I had a small piece of chicken that I marinated in my tears because I cry all day long. That's not happy. I have a hard time with certain foods. I really love Girl Scout cookies. This is a problem in my life. Thank you. That's the Seahawks fan of Girl Scout cookies over there. Yeah! That's awesome. What are your guys' favorite kind of Girl Scout cookies? Samoa, Thin Mints. Are there other ones? I'm sorry, what? Lemon meringue? That's your favorite kind of Girl Scout cookies. That's like Arizona being your favorite state. What is that? Have you had the other kind? Any other kind? Yeah, they stopped making them for a reason, buddy. Because it's Samoas and Thin Mints. I think they stopped making them, but they're really good. They're really good. My favorite kind of Girl Scout cookie is Thick Mint. And that's just when you eat a whole sleeve of Thin Mints in one sitting. I usually eat those 2 at a time. I was telling these jokes to my doctor. He didn't think they were as funny as you guys do. No surprise there. And I told him, like, I work at a gym. That's my day job. And he goes, you work at a gym? That's hilarious. He's like, are you like the before model and the before and after picture? Take it easy, buddy. He's like, what do you do to work out? I was like, I do like, every once in a while I'll do like this TRX class. It's like with the pulley bands, you're the weight, a Marine invented it. He's like, I don't know, that seems a little advanced for you, Dustin. Maybe they got like some water aerobics, or some step with the pink weights. Have you seen the pink weights, Dustin? And then he said to me, he's like, well, maybe you should give it a try, the paleo diet. I go, no, absolutely not. Does anyone here know anybody on the paleo diet? Because if so, you know everything about the paleo diet. Because the paleo diet's kind of like the Jehovah's Witnesses of dieters. That's part of how it's so effective, is they're so busy talking about the diet that they forget to eat. And then they oversell it too much, too. They're like, man, I'm on the paleo diet, I'm losing weight, I'm sleeping better, my kids are getting better grades in school, it saved my marriage, I found my biological dad, no more ATM fees, I got a free iPhone upgrade. You should really try it, Dustin. Trying to improve myself, I recently read this book called The Secret. The Secret was an interesting book because the premise and the thesis of this book, The Secret, was like if you focus enough on one thing in your life, like if you put enough positive energy on that one thing, like you want to be a millionaire, whatever it is, that thing will come true in your life. I was like, this book is bogus, all right? Because nobody thinks about anything more than I think about being Batman. It is a constant thought for me all the time. Like, oh man, if I'm Batman, who would be my Robin? Like, I need a smaller friend who's good at fighting, but not as good as me. Maybe it could be my son. I don't know. That puts some weird tension in the relationship. Batman was motivated by the death of his parents. My parents are alive. Should I kill my parents? If I was Batman, who would be Joker? Wouldn't it be awesome if Gilbert Godfrey was the Joker? You know, the parrot from Aladdin. Why so serious? Why so serious? Yeah. Totally normal thoughts. You guys have these too, right? No? And I was thinking the reason that I couldn't be Batman is that I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat. Like, I get scared of certain things. Like, I'm terrified of spiders. This is a real fear in my life. Like, but did you know, like, it's a totally irrational fear. It doesn't make sense. Because did you know statistically, you are more likely to die of diarrhea than of any spider bite? Which means statistically, you should be more afraid of Taco Bell. Alright guys, I've been Dustin Nickerson. Keep it going for your host, everybody.
Keep it going for Mr. Dustin Nickerson, everybody. Yeah. He wouldn't have made it with that spider up here earlier. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to protect my fellow comedians. Alright, we're going to keep this show moving. You guys ready for your next comic? Come on, get a little bit louder. You guys ready for your next comic? Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. This next comedian is hilarious. He's one of my good friends. He performs all over the place. You may have seen him in places like when you sat down in here earlier this evening. He's great. Give it up for Mr. Brian Simpson.
My first slash wasn't doing that. Powerful. I know some of y'all are thinking, how much work is he doing for $8 an hour? Yeah, I'm supposed to be your security person. I hope you don't feel very safe. It's all right. I have a policy: minimum wage, minimum effort. Don't pay me enough to care about your problems. I never understood why people are rude to people that make minimum wage. Like you at McDonald's yelling at the lady because there's cheese on your burger and you ain't ordered cheese. And she ain't even make the burger. I have a policy, right? You take how much they make an hour and you divide by 3. And that's how many times you can disrespect them before they don't care and clock out and punch you in the throat. I make $8 an hour, okay? So some of y'all are pushing it. You thought I was gonna make fun of your table? Y'all the only black people in here. I'm drawing in this direction. We don't get a lot of our kind up here. I know. Wasn't that bizarre what happened with the spider? He didn't even kill it. He just let it escape. I don't get that. There are two kinds of people in this world. There are people that are idiots, and then there's everyone else that murders every spider, like you should. Yeah. That's the only downside to living in San Diego is right when the weather starts getting nice. This is the only place I've ever lived where you can be anywhere and walk into a spider web. Even when you can't even see what they're connected to. Like, I'm on the beach. I'm on the beach. I just murder them, dog. I don't care. I got a lot of hippie friends, you know. I got this friend, she's an animal rights activist. So she was at my house the other day, seeing a spider, boom, finished him, right? And she got all bent out of shape. She's like, Brian, what are you doing? You didn't have to kill him. What was I supposed to do? You could have swept him on a piece of paper and put him outside. Really? Didn't he break in from outside? How did that happen? That's not making me feel safer. See, here's my thing. I don't have anything personal against spiders, but I just can't take the chance that it's poisonous. That's what I'm afraid. There's spiders out there that can bite you, and then your arm will just fall off. And I don't know my spiders enough to be able to tell at a glance. I'm just, boom, you're done, son. You're done. And she goes, well, you could have Googled it. Really? Go take 5 minutes to Google it, then I come back and it's gone. No. The only thing more terrifying than a spider on my wall is a spider that used to be on my wall. That is scary, because now that spider is plotting your demise. And she tried to question my credentials. She was, you're not really an animal rights activist. Because, right, we already had sex, so she was like upset. She thought I was using that to get in her panties. I did, but no, I really am. Listen, animal rights activists, this is what they believe. An animal rights activist believes that every creature deserves the same rights and considerations as human beings, okay? And if I walked in my house and saw a human being that could be poisonous chilling on my wall, I would have the same reaction. That's equality. I know. I'm a bad person. Every time I meet a fat vegan, I'm confused. It's like meeting a well-dressed homeless person, right? It's like only one of two things is true. Either you're lying or you just started today, right? Like all that is vegetables, really? Come on. Like, shouldn't you have to wait till it starts working before you tell people you're a vegan? I'm just chilling with my deep fried celery. That's all I do. I did 5 years in the Marine Corps. That's how I ended up in San Diego. What did you just say? Did you say kill babies? Yes, you did. You said that. Are you on a date with him? No. Oh, are you just like an abortion guy? Why do you say kill babies? That's a what? That's a terminology. Is he drunk? What's going on? Is this a Tinder hookup or what's up? Oh man. I've been on a few Tinder benders. That's all right. It's a disaster. No, I'm just playing. I know Marines say that, kill babies, but maybe public is not the place. Discretion, you know. Man, you made me lose my train of thought. I started thinking about them. Man, I talked about spiders 2 jokes ago, man. Golly. This dude, see, I feel like now I have to talk to you. She's already mad that she's even like wasting her time. She's like, she's shamed and everything now. It's a waste. Like, that burns, bro. You don't even know what she went through. Yeah. She didn't even know that you was pro-choice till you yelled it out to her. Please. Wow. Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps. I was, and I did. What was interesting about my time in the Corps was that I was the only black person in my unit for the whole time, and which basically means I was a lot of white people's first black friend. It's a huge responsibility. Yeah, you know, because we don't talk enough about race in America because it makes people uncomfortable, right? Until some racial stuff happens, then everybody retreats to their own corner. It's like a sports team. That was y'all. No, that was us. You know, and I think that like the reason is that if something is racial, it can easily be construed as racist. So people just keep it to themselves, right? I feel like we need a new word besides racist. Like if it's coming from a bad place, yeah, you're a racist, okay? But if you just want to know, like you're racist, right? You don't hate anybody. You just have questions. Like, you just don't understand why their house smells like goat all the time, and you don't mean anything by it. You just not used to goat. Potpourri plugins or whatever. I think that's fair. Yeah. But you know, my white friends, whenever white people get comfortable with their first black person, what they always want to know, I mean, once the silly questions are out of the way, right? Like, why are you so much faster than me? You know, is your penis really substantial? Once all the silly stuff up, what they really want to know is when can I safely say the N-word? Right? The answer is never, okay? But I have a solution, okay? Think about this. Black people have a copyright on the N-word, and we've never made a profit. White people everywhere want to say it bad, right? So I've developed an app, okay? I call it Negro to Go. This is how it works. Okay? White person, you find yourself in a situation. You're frustrated with a minority. Okay? You want to say a racial slur, but you can't.